In the forests of ancient India, a starving man collapsed in the dirt. He had failed for 6 years. His skin hung off his bones like wet fabric. His students, the only friends he had left, had just abandoned him. He was alone, broken, and humiliated. That man was Siddhartha Gautama, and in that moment of total public failure, he found everything. Most people are terrified of failure. They avoid it, hide from it, rewrite their story to exclude it. A failed relationship, a business that collapsed, a dream they quietly abandoned. We call these things our greatest shames. The world taught us failure means you are not enough. But 2,500 years ago, a prince walked out of his palace and into the wilderness and discovered something that turned that idea completely upside down. He discovered that failure is not the enemy of your becoming. It is the requirement for it. His name was Siddhartha Gautama, and for 6 years, he was a professional failure. He left his palace at 29, a prince. He had every comfort humanity can offer. He gave it all away to find the end of suffering. For 6 years, Siddhartha pushed his body to the absolute edge of human endurance. He practiced Dukkaracharya, the path of painful transition. He starved himself until he could feel his spine by touching his stomach. He held his breath until his head felt like it was exploding. He slept on thorns. He lived in the cold. He endured pain that most humans would not survive. And at the end of 6 years, he had found nothing. He was no closer to the truth than the day he left the palace. He was just closer to death. His 5 devoted disciples watched him struggle. They watched him falter, and then they turned their backs. They called him a quitter, a disgrace, a man who had reverted to a life of abundance. Siddhartha sat alone in the dirt, more broken than he had ever been. And that is when the girl appeared. A village girl named Sujata was walking through the forest. She saw him, a ghost of a man, and she did something simple. She knelt beside him and offered him a bowl of kheer, sweet rice milk. Siddhartha looked at the bowl. He had a reputation to keep. He had a vow of self-denial to uphold. Every spiritual rule he had followed for 6 years said, refuse it, keep suffering, pain is the only way. But Siddhartha realized his ego was the one telling him to starve. He accepted the bowl. He drank. Not from weakness, from the ultimate strength, the courage to admit he was wrong. He understood in that moment the path of extreme pain had failed. The path of extreme pleasure had failed before that. The truth lived in the middle way. What the Buddha discovered under that tree, the Japanese would later turn into an art form. They call it Kintsugi. Kintsugi is the ancient Japanese art of repairing broken pottery, but not by hiding the cracks, by filling them with liquid gold. The philosophy is simple. What is broken is not ruined. What is broken is being made more valuable. The cracks are not the flaw in the story. The cracks are the story. Every failure you have survived, every relationship that ended, every dream that collapsed, Those are not wounds to be ashamed of. They are the cracks in your pottery. And the gold? The gold is the wisdom you only get when you hit the floor. Here is what the Buddha and Kintsugi are telling you. Your failure is not proof that you are not enough. It is proof that you are being reshaped. Siddhartha's 6 years of failure were not wasted time. They were the break that allowed the light to get in. The next time failure arrives, and it will, ask not, "Why is this happening to me?" Ask, "Where is the gold going to go?" Because the bowl that has never broken has never held anything real. The bowl that has cracked and been filled with gold can hold the world. The Buddha did not reach enlightenment despite his failure. He reached it because of it. Sujata's bowl of rice milk was not a distraction from the path. It was the path. You are not broken by failure. You are being filled with gold. If this changed how you see your hardest moments, subscribe. Every week, we bring you the wisdom that the ancient world left behind, the wisdom your life is waiting for.